Well, stay with us, Anand. According to sources, the rescue operations at the AI-171 crash site are still underway. Moreover, it is believed that many bodies are still trapped under the debris. My colleague Anand Singh continues to be with us. Anand, we are learning that rescue efforts are still underway, and we are now getting to know that of the 275 people that have been confirmed dead, some bodies are still believed to be under the debris. So what is it that you're picking up from the ground?
Yeah, Malvika, look, even on Saturday when the rescue operation was going on over here, when the several of the teams of the NDRF, SDRF and Gujarat Police and Fire Department, even they were working round the clock along with the NSG commandos at the crash site. So, yesterday itself they got 3 bodies from the tail end section of the debris that was stuck on the rooftop of the BJ Medical hostel over here. So clearly the efforts are still on, even as only 32 bodies have been recognized, as far as 275 people have died in this tragic air crash. So the process is going to take some time to identify more bodies, because there are several other bodies that have been burned beyond recognition. So it is also challenging for the rescue workers to bring out several other bodies from the debris, as they are still hopeful that there can be more bodies just buried under the debris over there at the crash site. So they are working round the clock, they are removing the debris, they are trying to figure out the human remains over there, or the machine remains of the aircraft that they will be separating, and then the machine remains will be sent to laboratory, while the dead bodies will be sent to the hospital post-mortem room over here, so that they can be preserved, and then after DNA sampling they can be handed over back to their families. Back to you, Malvika.
Well, stay with us, Anand. We have some more updates coming in. Air crash investigators are now focused on understanding why the Air India aircraft failed to gain sufficient thrust during takeoff. The plane used the full 3.5 kilometer runway, far more than the usual 2.5 to 3 kilometers used by similar aircrafts, raising concerns about possible technical or operational issues. Multiple angles are now under detailed examination. Anand, are there any details that you can share with us about the probe into why this crash took place?
Yeah, Malvika, look, the black box of this ill-fated aircraft has been found, and now the investigators will be analyzing the data of the black box. But the sources related to the probe, they have informed that how the pilot of this ill-fated aircraft has used 3.5 kilometer of the runway for the Boeing Dreamliner 787-8 family plane. So clearly he mentioned that for such wide body aircrafts it requires only 2.5 kilometer to 3 kilometer of the runway. So clearly the way in which 3.5 kilometer of the runway was used, so they are now making a conclusion that the plane must have not gained actual thrust that was required for a proper takeoff, and it was reason why that it was unable to gain altitude more than 650 feet. So these are the technical aspects that the investigators are looking as of now. Even the CCTV footage confirmed that 3.5 kilometer of the runway was used by the pilot, as it was clearly visible in the CCTV footage that they have ascertained. So now they will be shifting their focus that how the pilot did not make any change for the flap reorganization. He did not demand for the change of runway, and several other, even the temperature and wind was completely normal for a normal takeoff for any of the such wide-bodied aircraft. So there will be multiple aspects that will go on into the probe, that they will also check whether there was some glitch in the engine, that it was unable to generate the thrust that is required to gain altitude for such a wide-body aircraft. They will also look at whether it was a glitch in single engine or both the engine, whether there was any bird hit or several other factors or technical malfunctions. So clearly they will be looking after all these details. Back to you, Malvika.